Sabrimala, apparently the most controversial temple in India for the past few years. To be honest, I was very happy when the verdict came in 2018. My father goes to Sabrimala every year without fail, and I have been there 4 times. When I was 10 years of age, if anybody asked me who my favorite god or even a favorite person, I would instantly say Ayyappan. This may sound crazy, but I was literally in love with that man. I wanted to marry that man. People go to Sabrimala as groups here in Tamil Nadu, and every group at least have one Kannisami who is someone going to the Malai for the first time. A group cannot depart without a Kannisami. The reason behind this tradition is there is a female deity in Sabrimala waiting to marry Lord Ayyappan, and Lord Ayyappa promised her that when there is no Kannisami in his premises, he would marry her on that day. So every year as a child, I would just beg within myself that there shouldn't be any Kannisami coming to the temple so that I can marry him. Even there are days that I refuse to bow down to that female deity because I saw her as a competition. I don't know what you call this, love or devotion or whatever, but as a 10-year-old, I had strong emotions towards him. Back to 2018, I was so happy when the verdict came in. I decided that no matter who opposes, I'm gonna go there. Even I had a very big argument with one of my friends saying that the God doesn't discriminate, it only people like you do the ugly things. And within few days, I happened to see a video of Sadhguru addressing the issue. He said that the deity over there is in a state of brahmacharyam, and that hit me so hard. Suddenly everything made so much sense, because a deity in this culture is never considered as a representation or a statue of some god. Every deity in every temple is considered as a living being. The deity will be bathed, fed, put to sleep and then woken up. Ayyappa in Sabrimala is in a form of Naishtika brahmachari. In this kind of brahmacharyam, the person should not go in contact with the opposite gender who is capable of reproduction. That's the rule, and the rule applies same to the women as well. If the woman has taken Naishtika brahmacharyam, she should not go in contact with the men who is capable of reproduction. It's as simple as that. There are many temples in India where men are not allowed. Does that mean they are being discriminated? No, it's just the deity over there is in a different form. To put it more precisely, in Tamil Nadu we have 6 abodes or houses for Lord Muruga, whom North Indian call as Kartikeya, and all these 6 temples are quite famous here. Likewise, in Kerala there are 5 temples for Lord Ayyappa as well. Those are Kulathupuzha Balasastha Temple, Aryangavu Sastha Temple, Achan Kovil Dharma Sastha Temple, Sabrimala Ayyappan Temple, and Pandalam Ayyappan Temple. In all these temples, the deity Ayyappa is represented in different stages of his life. In Kulathupuzha Temple, he appears as a child. In Aryankavu Temple, he appears as a young man. In Achan Kovil Temple, he appears as a Grahastha, which means a married man. And Pandalam Temple is the place where Lord Ayyappa lived. In all these temples, women can go and worship like any other temple. Even in Sabrimala, women can go up to Bamba Nadi, where one should take bath before climbing the mountain. Only to climb up the Sabrimala, women should not go, because the deity separated himself from the outer world, went up and sat in the mountain as a tapasvi who has taken brahmacharyam. It's as simple as that. It's called exclusion, not discrimination. See, in my grandma's native, there's a river and you have 2 separate places for men and women to take bath. If anyone break these rules, there'll be a panchayat and they'll be severely punished. Is this called discrimination? No, it's just a exclusion based on the gender. And we have lots of temples in India where men cannot enter. Why don't you men go and fight for that? Stop shouting feminism and activism for everything without knowing the base of the argument. Would you feel discriminated if you're not allowed inside a men's bathroom? It's for privacy. The deity went and sat up there for the sake of privacy. Why can't we just respect that? And of course, I agree that a lot of people discriminate against menstruation like they portrayed in the Indian Kitchen movie. See, we have seen lot of videos like people are sitting in a line, you say something to the first person, and when it reaches the last person, the story is completely changed. Likewise, when things transmitted orally, this can happen very easily. So reformation is good, and this culture has always been ready for evolving, but I don't think the motive of these people are reformation. There are people in Tamil Nadu who made very vulgar comments on Lord Ayyappa, saying that he won't be able to control himself if he see women. Do you call this reformation? No, their motive is purely destruction. And there are actors like Aishwarya Rajesh made comments like it's discriminating against women. When you have such a huge fan following, you should be little more responsible in what you're saying. If you don't have much knowledge in that subject, just shut up.